I'm the Mainly Digger, and apparently at this exact time, Chambersburg is testing their alert system. Just happened, so if you hear that, that's what that is. What I'm doing today is I actually went in the field, or I went back to the Kennedy States and did some metal detecting. I didn't dress appropriately because it had been warm all week long, but the days that I have off, it's 40 freaking degrees. But whatever, still went out, still got out, found some cool pieces of metal, didn't get a long hunt in. But after that, and what I'm actually going to show first is product testing of my new Dive handheld metal detector, which I never say the name because I always get the name wrong. So I'm just going to put it in this description. I'm doing a versus battle between the Garrett Carrot and my new pinpointer. Garrett Carrot's going to win regardless. That's just the way it is because it's a beast. I love that thing. I just want to see how well the new detector does versus the Garrett. And like I'll say it like 2 or 3 times in the video. I'm not buying it to replace the Garrett. I'm buying it to bring it into the water. It's always good to have new tools, whatever you do, metal detecting or building a house or whatever. It's always good to have different types of tools for different types of things. And I like getting new things, so whatever. So I'm going to show that, and then I'm going to have a little bit of metal detecting at the Kennedy Estates around the barn. Good footage, so just watch, see where it goes. So for the moment, I'm sure everyone has been waiting for the Battle Royale. Pinpointer against pinpointer. Garrett against whatever this thing is. My new toy. I'm not even going to say it. So Garrett, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, I wouldn't say it's high end, but it's high quality. This little pinpointer, the Garrett Carrot, has been tried and proven to be an outstanding pinpointer. It's good up to 10 feet underwater. It's an amazing pinpointer. I've always had it. It's the first pinpointer I had, and it's an amazing tool. This, I hope, is an amazing tool. I bought it for when I go into creeks and streams and stuff like that. I'm still bringing my Garrett there, but I bought this for a point. I need a little more length when I go in the creeks and the water. But Garrett's trying to prove it's proven its point. Proving its point because it's a pinpointer. Anyway, sorry, kind of geeking out. But yeah, so I'm excited to see how this goes. And I'm gonna have an underwater test too, in my bathtub because I'm gonna like that. But so turning the bad boys on. Got to put this up. See if it turns on and it works. All right. The trick with this, especially on this cot, my nifty cot, is that it is surrounded by metal. So we'll see how this goes. So my trusty knife, and so if you can see, it's about an inch, I don't know. Way further off, more of a distance. That's pretty deep. And of course you can set the Garrett for different depths too, but I didn't because I'm lazy. So now we're going for this. This is, I found this at the shooting range. It was not a Springfield, as I said before. So about the same distance. What should we try now? Aha. personal favorite, beer. Try a quarter. So pretty much it has to be pretty, for chords and stuff, it has to be pretty close, I guess. Same thing with the Garrett, except you have a longer distance. Rusty old keys. Good distance on there too. Let's try some square nails because that's what I find most. And this is all brought to you because it is too cold to go outside, and the Manly Digger doesn't feel like going outside. Or I've been outside and I was cold. Wow, Penny's got a good distance there. So yeah, these the pinpointers, or this pinpointer I bought because I wanted to go in the stream, like I said, in the creek, and that's how it turns off. Last night I couldn't get it turned off. But yeah, my Garrett Carrot I love. I'm still going to use it, and I will still have it. It's still going to be my primary on land and in water. I won't say primary in water, but this is what I'm going to use in water. I have my Garrett Ace 1.150. Where I was going with that, I don't know. So I have my Ace as my action metal detector, and that can go. It can go into water, but it's not submergible. This is more for diving, or I'm not a diver, but I have a mask that I go in with. So I will use that for this. The next test is the underwater test. So I have to go fill up my tub and see how that works. All right. So this is my bathtub. I'm gonna stick. This is supposedly submergible. As you can see, there is something metal there, whether it's a nail or a brace or whatever. So it's probably about an inch away, less than an inch away. So on its side, hopefully, it is submerged. I was kind of freaking out because if it wasn't, I just destroyed it. So it does work. All right. Now, tried and true, tested. The Garrett. Without even like, that's awesome. All of it. It's detecting all of it, no matter what depth. Of course, you can adjust the level of detection, but I did not. Only kind of detecting that, which is cool. Alright, that's enough of that. I think I proved my point. Mainly dig out. Back at the Kennedy Estates. Back at it again, as always, metal detecting. It has legitimately been like nice all week long. 70s, it got to the 70s, and yesterday it was like 65 all day long. It's about 10 o'clock right now, a little past 10, and it is absolutely cold. It's like 40. It's like 40 degrees. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm not surprised. It's my weekend, so it's got to be miserable. And not that bad. I'm getting out. It's St. Patrick's Day weekend. Always a good time. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, just doing some metal detecting back at the Kennedy Estates. It is what it is. Back at the barn, that's what I was getting at. There we go. Back at the barn. If you haven't been watching, the barn dates back to the 1800s, maybe a little bit earlier. There's different parts of the barn that are older and newer. I have no idea how old this barn is, or this part of the barn behind me is, but there's got to be something here. I found the 1959 penny around this area last time, so I'm sticking with what I got, sticking with what I know. All right. First find of the day. Maybe like an old hinge. I don't know. It's old, fairly rusty. No idea. Good times. Next find worthy of mention is this piece. I have no idea what it is. There's an eyelet there. Moved away from the barn a little bit. I was finding a lot of nails, all sorts of nails. So moved away from the barn, and still close to it though. And bam, I found this. So when I first dug the hole, I found this, and I was like, oh man, because it said ring, and I was like, oh shoot, or it said coin actually, and I was like, man, whatever. But then there's more stuff. Like this is really old. Look at that rust, fragile. And then there's a whole bunch of bits of it in here, whatever it was. Some glass, probably from the bottle. I thought it was cool. So I didn't find anything except these old bricks. There's like a bunch of old bricks as you go through here, and I found a couple of them. Found just a junk piece of metal down there. You can see there's more bricks down there. But so that's either telling me there was like a pathway here, or there was another building, which I'm guessing there's another building or an addition to the barn. But yeah, I thought it was cool. All right, I'm heading back home. It's way too cold. I did not dress appropriately, like a moron that I was. It's been warm like all week. But I will do a product review of my new diving detector, handheld diving detector, and see how that goes. But yeah, no, cool old barn. I'm cold, it's cold. I'm gonna have some coffee and then get to it. All right, mainly dig out.